So this is the question paper of Combined Geo Scientist Preliminary Examination 2021, Paper 2 Geology. The principle of uniformitizing states that this one the answer. The same external and internal process that we recognize today have been operating consistent throughout most Earth's history. Which of the following is the most widely accepted model of the evolutionary theories of solar system? Nebular hypothesis. The boundary between the Sial and Sima is called corner discontinuity. The main cause of blowing wind across the Earth's surface. Heating of atmosphere, land and ocean accompanied by changes in air pressure. Megathrust earthquakes are most damaging and deadly of all earthquakes. These megathrusts are located this one on C along the contact between the subducting plate and the overriding plate. The term soma refers to B. The rim of semi-destroyed old volcanic crater inside which another cone may rise by subsequent eruptions. Mid-ocean ridges contain black smokes which are hydrothermal vents from where hot water laden with fine-grained surface mineral jets out into the cold seawater. Trench rollback is bending of subducting oceanic plate away from the Iceland arc at deeper level. In glacier, the debris which is carried at the surface of the ice is termed as supralogical transport. During the process of sand transport by aeolian action, the mechanical wear and tear of sand practicing among themselves is known as attrition. A stream emerging from steep narrow valley into border lowland may build up gently sloping continental deposit with an apex at the mouth of narrow valley. Such deposit is called a stream emerging from a steep narrow valley onto a border lowland may build a gently sloping conical deposit with apex at the mouth of the narrow valley. Such deposit is called alluvial fan. Mineral quartz survives as sand grains in beaches, sand dunes, river and soil because it is resistant to chemical weathering as it crystallizes late according to Bound's reaction series. The angular shear in deformed rock body is described as the degree which two original perpendicular lines are deflected from 90 degree. The appropriate mathematical expression for total strain S is grip, where S equal total strain, T equal time, A, B and C are constant, D equal to stress during tertiary grip. The answer will be D. S equal to A plus B log T plus Ct plus D. Next, class 1 fold are distinguished by deep isogon that converge downward, signifying that curvature of outer arc is less than that of inner arc. Throw is a fault is defined as thickness of stratigraphic interval between two beds are brought into contact by faulting. Which of the following type of faults are classified on the basis of mechanism of folding? Flexor cell faults. The assembly of tilted block half garments and host is called the assembly of tilted wall blocks half garments and host is called fault block landscape. The value of normal stress and shear stress on each fault plane and shear stress on the each fault plane in the Mohr and Malek failure is reflected by the coordinates of the point making the intersection of each circle with its radius. Rake's principle recrystallization for plastic deformation is expressed as the solution in pore space of the rock dissolves that portion of crystal which is under great stress. At the same time, there is precipitation on the portion of the crystal which is subjected to the least stress. The solution in the pore space of the rock dissolves from someone which is under greatest stress. At the same time, there is precipitation on the portion of the crystal which is subjected to the least stress. Catalyst flows is the result of frictional sliding along the interconnected micro cracks. The outcrop pattern of the bed that dipped downstream at an angle less than gradient of the stream from V which points in upstream direction. In structural contour map, homoglines are distinguished by B. Rake can be defined as angle between line and the strike line of the plane which contains that line. Which one of the following coal constituents is hard, compact and has granular texture. Which of the following coal constituents is hard, compact, and granular texture? Clarine. In the indices of any crystal phase are rational number and determined by dividing the intercepts of any phase into intercepts of parametral plane and clearing fraction that with intercepts a, b and c. The indices will be triple one. Bauxite is a mixture of gibbsite, diaspore and boehmite. A few non-metallic minerals are often found associated with ore mineral. These have to be separated from the ore before the same is processed from extraction of the metal. These associated minerals are called gauge minerals. Which one of the following groups of minerals are classified within sulfides? Arsenides. Opal is a mineral that displays iridescence or play of colors when rotated or observed from different directions because of interface on the ray of light by minute globules of water trapped in the outer layer of the crystal lattice. Pleochroism representing change of colors upon rotation of microscope stage under plane polarized light in some mineral is characterized by two extreme colors seen twice during the complete 360-degree rotation. In alkali feldspar, a coupled substitution occurs when one aluminum ion plus one sodium ion enter the framework structure and replace one silicon ion and in addition fill a vacant site. Garnet in situ deposits are generally associated with metamorphic rocks. Variation in the refractive index Al2 SiO5 polymorphs is due to ferric iron manganese entering structure. The ray velocity surface on anisotropic the ray velocity surface of an anisotropic crystal is an ellipsoid because of anisotropic crystal. The ray velocity surface of an anisotropic crystal is a ellipsoid because anisotropic crystal. B. Because the anisotropic crystal transmit light with different velocity in different direction. Mineral quartz show tuning according to Brazil law twin plane 1 1 2 bar 0 and Dublin's law twin axis is C axis. But this tuning is not detectable under microscope because Optic orientation in both twin parts is identical in both types of twin. When basaltic lava enters into water bodies, it tends to form large stalk-like bodies called pillow-lavas. Igneous rock formed by gravity settling of the crystal in the magma chamber floor represents cumulative texture. Which one of the following rocks contain nearly equal amount of alkali feldspar in plagioclase with approximately 10% quartz? Quartz monazite. During frac- during fracni- during fractionation, separated crystal of pyroxene and intermediate plagioclase feldspar form crystallized rock known as sorry gabbro. Fraction separated crystal pyroxene ठीक ଅଛି. 41. Rhyolite magma tend to rise in large dome-like bodies known as diapers. When cooling mineralization liquid is slow, leucite inverts into calcilicate cave feldspar intergrowth. The intergrowth is termed as pseudoleucite. In layered intrusions, variation in mineral composition is normally not evident until analysis has been done. Such layer is called cryptic layering. Distillation reaction is occurs when a carbonate sedimentary rock reacts with silicate magma and produces calcium magnesium silicates. The magnesium numbers designed by M is particularly used as differentiation index. Nephelanite magma crystallizes to form which one of the following suite of igneous rocks? Isolite. Which one of the following correctly represents the composition of kimberlite? B. Volatile rich potassium ultramafic rock composed of phenocryst, olivine and phlogopite. Composition of kimberlite is volatile rich potassium ultramafic rock composed of phenocryst of olivine and phlogopite. During rapid quenching when phenocryst is surrounded by glass, the texture is termed as vitropyric. Which one of the following is similar to slate but has slicky sheen on the cleavage surface? Phyllite. In the foliation is called by if the foliation is caused by parallel arrangement of medium to coarse grained phyllosilicate minerals is called cystosity. With increasing metamorphism intensity, a granoblastic texture results in increase in grain size. Increasing metamorphism intensity granoblastic. Armored relics are mineral as inclusion even though they are no longer present in the rock matrix. In a slow ball crystal, if internal viscosity is undisturbed in the center of porphyry blast but becomes increasingly tight folded towards the margin during the formation of granulation cleavage. The feature represents sink, sink tectonic growth pattern. In metamorphic rock, when all grains are of same size, in metamorphic rock, when all the grains are of same size and have planar boundaries which are intersecting approximately 120 degree, then the texture is known as granoblastic polygonal texture. In a John olivine crystal, Fe tends to diffuse away from the phyllite rich portion towards the parts enriched in phosphorite, while Mg will tend to diffuse the opposite direction. This type of diffusion is called or known as D. Interdiffusion. Which one of the following is defined as line joining points where the rock have suffered metamorphism under similar pressure temperature condition? I forgot. An ecoclide is red and green dense rock dominated by garnet, opacitite pyroxene and lacking plagiarized. The granulite facies rocks that at high grades develop felsic segregation due to partial melting are called magmatite. The characteristic of granulite facies is development of both clinopyroxene and orthopyroxene commonly with quartz and plagioclase. Which one of the following represents the location of metamorphic paired beds? Subduction zone beneath the Iceland arc and continental margin. Sediment which contains grain of various size in nearly equal amount are said to be unassorted. Which one of the following is variety of sandstone that is exceptionally rich in mica dispersed in parallel or subparallel layer? Arcoch, flagstone and freestone granister. Which one? B. Flagstone. A muddy laminated felsic rock capable of breaking into small flakes is called shell. Which one of the following explain the chelation process of othering? Bonding of metal ions organic substance from organic molecule and removal of cations from mineral lattice and keeping cation solution. On account of the charged surface of clay mineral, their interaction with saline water leads clumping into aggregate of randomly oriented clay flakes. This process is termed as flocculation. Which one of the following bedding is marked Which of the following bedding is markedly through scoop shaped? Festal bedding. Which one of the following is grain supported limestone that also contains some Mickit mode matrix? During the diagenesis, the process of intracellular solution leads to which one of the following rock types also found along planes of movement in the crust? Which of the following may also found along planes of movements in the crust? Brexia. Reef currents that occurs near beach are localized nature and move seawards as narrow near surface current. The replacement of dolomite rhombus by calcite is termed as de-dolomization. The Dead Sea provides a single modern example of a deeper water evaporate environment. The organism is decomposed and it loses its nitrogen, oxygen and other volatile constituents. This process is known as carbonization. The study of the process of fossilization is called taphonomy. Paratype is a specimen other than holotype, which is formally designated by author of a species as having been used in the description of species. In paleontology, subspecies usually used to denote the intermediate stage in the replacement of one species by another through phyletic. Which one of the following statement regarding bivalve is correct? A. Length is defined as the maximum linear dimension in an antero-posterior direction and height is defined as the maximum dimension perpendicular to length. The body part of which invertebrate can transversely and longitudinally be divided into distinct three parts. The body part which invertebrate which transversely and longitudinally divided into distinct three parts. Trilobites. Brain size in different mammals generally tend to increase during the process of evolution by the power of two by 2/3 of the body size. Which one of the following is related to missing link between the human and their ape-like ancestors? Homo habilis. The genus Orophippus, which represents the second stage in the evolution of horse, is popularly known as mountain horse. Large benthic foraminifera become abundant in diversity and quantity since Carboniferous. Which one of the following plant fossil exhibit lanceolate pinnacles type of leaf with prominent midrib veins? Tilophyllum. Which one of the following foraminifera fossil is found in Ladakh and Kashmir? Fusulina. The Permian rock formation of the Salt Range in Pakistan is lithologically different from Spiti area, which while having same relative age because both the rock formation were deposited different sedimentary basin in spite of the same relative age. In stratigraphic correlation, the term homotaxial refers to the formations deposited at the same stage of the Earth's evolutionary history. The Singhbum shear zone is also known as Singhbum copper belt. The stratigraphic boundary demarcating the Archean rocks from Clospet granite is termed as Iparian unconformity. The sediment of the Dharwar supergroup were deposited over a basement of Sargor schist and peninsular gneiss complex. The Chipli Ghat group comprises of huge thickness of phyllites, slates and mica schist. Bhempal shales and limestone belongs to Papagni group. Which one of the following is a characteristic feature of extrusive intrusive phase of the Malani igneous shoot? It represents one of the world's largest example of falsic magmatism. The oldest group of Kodapa supergroup is Papagni group. The Cretaceous rocks exposed along the southern slopes of the Shillong Plateau have been grouped into Mahadik Formation. The worldwide orogenic event which took place during Ordovician and Silurian period is known as B. Caledoyan orogeny. The linear ophiolitic belt of Ladakh was formed consequence of emplacement of basic volcanic association with the deep marine sediment. Which one of the following process is mostly commonly associated with the Fumarolus fumaroles. Sublimation. Which one of the following commonly known as black lead but lacks lead in its composition? Graphite. Which one of the following minerals is used to important raw materials for the manufacture of cement and fertilizer? Ammonium sulfides. C. Gypsum. Which one of the following ore mineral is associated with the nepheline cyanide in Khammam district of Andhra Pradesh? Corundum. Which silicate of iron and manganese is termed as chrysolite? B. Olivine. Which one of the following statements regarding hydrothermal solution is correct? These are concerted weakly dissociate electrolyte solution. Which one of the following is ladder vein type deposit? Magnesite deposit, Mysore, Karnataka. A host mineral deposit occur the contact zone of meso and epizonal igneous plutons because which one of the following is correct for bituminous coal? It's so binary structure with alternate dull and bright band. The organic theory of oil genesis appeared for first time in the form of Lomonosov distillation hypothesis. Which of the following properties of mica make it an excellent electrical insulator? Its splitting property combined with flexibility, elasticity, resilience, low heat conductivity, high dielectric strength. Petroleum and natural gas deposits in Assam are associated with rocks of Oligocentral or Miocene age. Coalescence process is one by which the small cloud we have the numerical you have to decide. X12 number 1 and 2. Which of the following is called secondary porosity? The fractures in igneous and metamorphic rocks developed due to tectonic activity. The coefficient the coefficient of transmittivity T can be expressed as T equal to K into B. The quantity of water Q is moving per unit of time as stated by Darcy law is expressed as Q equal to PIA, where P equal to coefficient permeability, I equal to height and gradient, A cross section area through which water moves. According to Darcy law, the rate of flow water through a porous media is proportional to the difference in hydraulic between two ends of the porous media. The total mechanical energy per unit weight H is expressed by Bernoulli's equation, where the G there tells the answer will be C. Which one of the following is the correct expression of determining Reynolds number R? A. Sodium salts are highly soluble in water and released in solution during othering of pelagic cage feldspar. The contour trenches with bonds which are constructed for artificial recharge of groundwater are parallel to topographic contour with plantina to check rapid runoff. Induced recharge is an indirect method of artificial recharge involving the pumping or aquifer which are hydraulic connected with surface water bodies. These are the just discussion. Thank you.